My name is Mindy Pillow, and I'm a candidate for DeKalb County Superior Court to succeed the retiring Clarence Seeliger. I was slated to join the DeKalb Dems last Tuesday night at the Judicial Forum, but unfortunately, as we're learning more and more this year, technology, like life, does not always go as planned. So I thank you very much for them inviting me to record a short video message to tell you why I'm the best candidate for DeKalb County Superior Court. I'm a family law attorney. I've practiced law for 14 years. In the past 9 years, I've practiced exclusively family law. Prior to that, I practiced complex civil litigation, which includes contract dispute, white-collar crime defense, catastrophic personal injury, anything of that nature. Prior to my time at a smaller law firm, I'm now a sole practitioner with my office in Decatur. But prior to that, I worked for a large law firm where I did a lot of pro bono work with pro bono adoptions, pro bono housing with landlord tenants. I have continued to focus on pro bono work throughout my career. I'm a firm believer in the Georgia Supreme Court asking all lawyers to contribute 25 to 50 hours of pro bono work a year, and I have done so consistently. The Superior Court is the highest trial court in the state. There's basically three silos of cases in the Superior Court: family law, felony criminal cases, and then kind of an other category that can involve contract dispute or personal injury, or the Superior Court here is titled land cases, and just kind of other assorted civil matters. The highest number of cases by far are family law cases. In 2019, there were 9,500 approximately domestic and family law cases, 3,200 felony cases, and 2,200, 21 to 2,000 that fall in the other category. Out of our esteemed bench of 9 judges, not including Judge Seeliger since he's retiring, 6 of our judges have a background in criminal law, 3 in civil law, but no one practiced exclusively in family law. I don't like to use the word opponent, the colleague that I'm in this race with, Ms. Parker-Smith, is a Fulton County public defender. She has a background in criminal law, which would highly weight the criminal law versus civil law. It'd be almost a 7-3 situation. So what I am, in addition to being a family law attorney, I'm married to a high school math teacher we're learning how to do virtual school. He's learning how to teach virtual school and I have 2 teenagers here in the Decatur school system. We're all, as a family, learning how to do virtual school in addition to everything else that this pandemic has brought to us. I'm a resident of DeKalb County and have been for 21 years. I am deeply committed to the DeKalb County community. I serve on a number of boards of directors such as Leadership DeKalb, the DeKalb History Center, Metropolitan Counseling Services, Georgia Association of Women Lawyers, and Atlanta Bar Association Family Law Section. I'm a past president of Junior League. I'm also committed to pro bono legal work. I have performed 22 pro bono adoptions for legal aid, which adoptions are the most joyous thing in the family law practice, and I think that's one of those things where all judges are happy to see an adoption coming as you're creating a family. And I was recognized as the 2018 Legal Aid Volunteer of the Year. What I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about right now, and my view on certain topics like juvenile detention and changing the criminal justice system as a trial court judge. The role of a trial court judge is to apply the law to the fact pattern of each case as it comes before the court. It is not the purview of the trial court judge to write the law or change the law, but to apply it. The legislature has the duty and is the body that writes the actual laws, including the age at what a juvenile is allowed to be considered an adult in criminal proceedings and for the purposes of detention. Mandatory minimums are also controlled and written by the legislature. There are certain House bills that come up that the courts have to determine, are they constitutional? Do they fall in line with the Georgia Constitution? And that is also a role that can fall to a trial court judge, but often falls to the appellate court or to the Georgia Supreme Court. The criminal justice system itself, due to mandatory minimums in sentencing, judges often don't have judicial discretion in sentencing. There have to be alternatives to incarceration. One thing that DeKalb County has done really, really well is in our accountability courts. The accountability courts allow courts to look behind the person standing in front of them and kind of help figure out and try and get to the root of why they're even in the court system. Like, for example, if someone is before the court for the third time for failure to pay child support, what's going on? Is this person just willfully not paying child support? Is this person walking into court clearly with a brand new iPhone 11 where that money could have gone to his or her children? Or is this person unable to find a job, unable to hold down a job? Is there a lack of education? Is there poverty? Can the courts help provide services of job training or job skills? There's been a big issue with the pandemic, with people losing their jobs because of COVID. What do you do if you can't pay child support because of the pandemic? That is someplace the child support accountability courts fall into, can assist people. DeKalb has a child support accountability court that has been very important to family law. There are also mental health courts, veterans court, drug courts, and the juvenile courts have especially kind of the same types of program. One of the things in the juvenile courts, especially our juvenile court here in DeKalb, but in general, you have to look at why is this juvenile in the system? Is there a lack of family support? Is there a lack of a stable family unit? Is this child able to go to school? Is this child, able to give parental support? And is there a reason why they're getting in the system? And they're one of the issues ways we can help avoid maybe even getting them to are stronger community programs. For example, there are programs that here in DeKalb County that have been started by some of our Superior Court judges, Project Pinnacle, Smile. There's a project out of Fulton County called My Journey Matters, and they're all trying to get youthful offenders out of the system before they end up being incarcerated. So those are kind of some of the ways that judges can help with keeping juvenile detention to a minimum and also kind of improving the criminal justice reform system. I think DeKalb Superior Courts are, quite frankly, doing a good job and have done a good job. There's always work to be done. I believe that due to my work with community organizations, my work with pro bono cases and organizations, and my focus on families, I am the best candidate to carry on Judge Seeliger's work. Thank you again, DeKalb